God bless you for speaking out to your mom and your family members and those who stood by your side on your journey, because this journey ain't been a fast one. Heather B, this man been putting in work for quite some time.
Yes.
And I had a chance to see Myles Frost perform. I had no idea what I was walking into. I think this is before it even open to the public. I might have saw.
Shout out to Jeff Redd.
Jeff Redd, our good friend Jeff Redd from the music business, DM me and just kept pushing me, Kim, just saying, man, Sway, you got to go see this. If anything, go see this. And I've stayed away from these kind of Michael Jackson redemptions or these redemptions or these revivals or these different things. I went to one and it just made me, I went to one in Vegas, and God bless all the people who perform on that stage. They did an excellent job, but I walked away and I still had an emptiness, right? I saw that it was a Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson thing they did at I saw that at the Garden. And whatever, I said it wrong.
I love it.
Okay.
They be doing that so late.
They do me. Thank you, Kim. And it didn't. But when I saw MJ the musical, oh man, I go to Broadway with Heather and I get the best sleep.
Yeah, he sleeps, Kim. He sleeps, Myles. I'm not going to mention the shows that he took naps and I had to tap him, but he didn't go to sleep during this one.
I want to say, and I know your management, and we've been communicating since then. I know people around you. My sister Onika lives on 40-something. I guess you live in the same building. I won't say the number. And she hit me and said, yo, you know the guy that plays Michael Jackson, Myles Frost? Yeah. I'm supposed to have him up on the show. I just saw him walk by. Myles, you tapped into a frequency that really is untappable.
I'll say that.
It's untappable. That's why as many Michael Jackson things as we see, we leave with a little void. I left that performance with closure.
Wow.
I left with closure. I felt like that's what I've been wanting to feel since 2009, was it? When he passed? 2009, I've been waiting to feel that. When Michael passed, I'll share this quick personal story. That day I was working at MTV for MTV News, and I'm in the office, and my daughter, at that time, who was 8, was on the computer and like, Daddy told me that he passed away, and I went and told the higher ups at MTV, and they was like, "No, we can't touch that. We got to make sure it's true." Right. And then TMZ, this was their uprising, were the first to kind of break that story. Farrah Fawcett passed, I believe, the same day. Remember that?
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yep.
Right.
I remember that, and that guy, and I had to go live on MTV and curate this unprogrammed, unscripted tribute to Michael Jackson, right? And a lot of people called in from the family to other rock stars, and it just left me so raw, and open. I haven't felt closure from that moment since I saw you perform.
Wow, that means a lot.
Oh, Myles Frost, you're incredible. I just wanted to have you up here so I could tell you how much I like you and admire you. And I know your management. I know you got music coming. I know you got music on iTunes, but Kim, you said something. You saw him. You knew Michael.
Yes.
You met Michael plenty of times.
Yes.
You and Janet were great friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw MJ on my birthday, actually, last month. And I understand every word that you're saying. So I hear you implicitly. And for me, watching it, I didn't realize it was going to affect me in such a personal way with my personal history to some of those songs or some of those moments. I was actually there with Janet and Mindy Cohn from Facts of Life and LaToya and some others when they recorded the background vocals for PYT. And so I was there. Yeah, and James Ingram was there. Quincy was there.
Quincy Jones.
There's a photo of all of us at that session. My very first trip to Disneyland when I was about 7 or 8 years old was Michael taking me and Jan to Disneyland. Yeah.
Wow.
And
my
this
gosh.
is way
That's
before,
crazy.
the cell phones and all of that. So there's no other than the great memories that, that we have from it and that she and I share. Other memories, going to the house and swimming and, you know, when he got the whiz and that whole
part
of your show.
Yeah.
And remember seeing the mold of his face in the costume on the kitchen table at their house when the movie was done, going to the LA premiere and sharing the seat with Janet of The Wiz. And so, I mean, there's just these moments where, you know, I remember sitting next to him in the Tiki, what is it, the Tiki Tavern, whatever, at Disneyland, and how much he loved that show.
Yeah.
And so all of those little moments that I didn't, you know, you remember them, but just how crazy they came like flooding back to me as certain moments were kind of, you know, explored in the show. I did not have the great honor and privilege of seeing this young man perform. But what time is the show tonight? Because I'm positive, because your understudy had gone on and he was wonderful.
Yeah.
And I know Jason well. So it was, again, phenomenal show. But again, I say, what time is the show? And my ticket, and I don't take up a lot of room. First of all,
Got it.
You know, I won't be on tonight, but the rest of the week I'll definitely be on.
Okay, so what time is the show? Tomorrow night.
So tomorrow's two shows. It's 2 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Okay, well, we'll have that conversation.
Oh, yeah,
thank
most
you.
definitely.
Yes. But thank you for letting me stay and have this time and dancing.
Beautiful.
And
It's full
singing.
circle,
You needed to tell that, though. You know, that needed to come out, and it came out in the right and proper way.
Yeah.
Because of you, Myles Frost.
Yes.
Please tell.
But you're right about that closure. You're right about that closure and that impact, because it's not an impersonation, family. If you have to see it. You have to see the embodiment. Okay, I'm coming. They in the hallway.
Dion is mad. Dion's mad at it. Please apologize to
But
Dion.
ain't no way you were supposed to wake up today and think this was gonna happen. Like this had to happen today, just now. Facts.
Absolutely. I mean, just leveled up my day to a whole nother.
Beautiful.
I mean, because I was excited just to see y'all.
Yeah.
And no shade, pardon the pun. I still am. But this right here is shit.
Come on, bro. Hey, it's okay. I get it, Kim.
Kim said, all right, bye.
Right? So,
Love you. Give it up for Kim Fields.
Kim Fields.
Wow, Myles.
Wow.
You have an iconic figure right there in Kim Fields that is just really giving you. Myles Frost. Welcome, Myles Frost.
Yes.
This man
pleasure to be here.
He didn't make it on The Voice.
Oh, no.
He didn't make it on The Voice.
Does it matter?
Nah. That was part of his destiny.
God was looking further down the road, Sway.
And it's actually very funny because I had a moment with Jennifer Hudson, because, you know, we both won Tonys. So we found each other on the red carpet, and Jennifer was one of the judges on The Voice during the time that I went on for season 13.
Wow.
And she was the only person that was about to press her button. And she gave me the advice of, like, you know, she was like, I can hear that you're a little nervous, you know, you're still young. And I sang My Cherie and More by Stevie Wonder. So that's a hard song for a 17-year-old who at the time didn't know how to deliver the song. You know, and she said, when your soaring notes, when they were up there, they were good, you know, but the journey of how you were singing it, you know, mixed with the nerves, just needed a little bit more work. And she said, work on your craft and come on back. Not thinking that when she said come on back, it meant meeting her on the red carpet at the Tony Awards.
Look at God. Look at God.
Full circle moment.
yeah.
Myles only got 10 minutes, so let's hit him up with all of it, right?
Let's do it.
Okay. Michael Jackson, obviously you were a fan growing up, right? I watched the show, and I know you're not Michael, but you gave us Michael and stayed yourself. What was your plan of approach to this role?
I did not want to impersonate Michael. You know, I have a lot of respect for the impersonators. You know, they work really hard and do, you know, that's their bread and butter, some of them, and that's how they make their living. But when I came into this, I told Christopher Wood, the director, I said, that's not the approach I want to take. I don't want to take an impersonation approach. I want people to see me. You know, I want people to see Myles, but I want to tell the story of Michael through the lens of Myles. You know, so it's authentic that way. So it's authentic for you watching it, and it's authentic for me being it.
What was practice like?
Right.
I feel like
rehearsals like?
Yeah, like for himself though, like even be outside of rehearsals, you had to practice, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I had 6 months to learn everything that I learned before we really got into the process of like, teching and doing all that type of stuff for the show. And I was a little nervous because I'm like, this is Michael Jackson, and it's not like I've been doing this all my life. I'm not a trained dancer. I'm self-taught.
Wow.
I didn't really start taking vocal lessons until this show. So I came into this with a lot of raw talent. Even my audition process was unique, and not like a traditional Broadway audition. And, and I have to really give my love and shout out to Chadwick Boseman because he learned James Brown in 6 months. And when I found that out, I said, there's no excuse.
Wow.
Myles Frost is here. He just won the 2022 Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical for his portrayal of Michael Jackson.
Thank you.
That's crazy. What does fame feel like to you now? Because we joke all the time up here, Sway and I, prior to, well, at least me doing radio full time, and him as well. We both were recording artists 24/7. And, you have these dreams as a kid. You start practicing your autograph, you holding different things in the mirror, make sure your mic is right, all the things. And then when you get into it, it's kind of what you thought, but then it's so much not like what you thought. How are you taking this all in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really letting God lead the way, because if you were to ask me what my big break was gonna be like a year and a half ago, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop a fire song, and that's I'm gonna be discovered that way, through my music, because I'm also a recording artist. And God was like, you funny.
Think bigger.
You thought you could plan this out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he dropped this in my lap, and it was a really interesting moment for me because I've never ever felt myself mature in real time before. And the moment that I was told I got the role, I was like, oh my God, I ran to my sister's room. I was like, Morgan, I got it. 5 minutes later, I found myself sitting on the couch really thinking like, okay, I'm 21. I'm playing who to me is the biggest icon to ever live, especially who has influenced me so much in so many people in the world of music and beyond, just humanity in general. And like I said, I'm 21. I said, am I mature enough to handle the positives and negatives that come with this? Am I ready for, and this is the beginning of my career, so this is either gonna make or break my career. And I don't know, it's just I felt this silence, I felt this calmness, and I said, you know what, God's not gonna dangle something in front of my face and just tease me with it.
Right, it ain't a setup.
It's not a setup. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna just put all of this imposter syndrome aside, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I'm gonna do it as Myles, first of all, and I'm gonna do it with 110% and beyond.
Amen.
Tony Award winner Myles Frost. I'm
Best
sorry, I didn't mean
actor.
to misintroduce you. Tony
you
Award
just keep
winning.
calling him Myles like
yeah,
ain't
Tony,
nothing
my
before
bad.
that, Sway.
My
What's
bad.
really good?
No, but see, for real, it's the honor is for me, and this is not to downsize the accolade, but the honor for me is making history as a black man.
Yeah, you go.
Because I'm the youngest to ever win that category.
Crazy.
In the
Wow.
history of the Tonys.
Crazy.
So
You're the youngest in the history of the Tonys.
Yeah, the youngest solo in the history of the Tonys. So
Come on, man.
Wow.
But what I have to say though is that Broadway was never my goal.
Yeah.
So to have that accolade on my shoulders and to to be a part of that history is really humbling.
So then why did you audition, or how did the audition come about? If it was like not on your radar, somebody called you to say, hey, or you saw an ad somewhere.
Yeah, so I was in college, and back in 2016, I was in high school in 2016. Back in 2016, I did a talent show at my school. And the previous year, I had done Chris Brown, I did Fine China. And I was like, you know what, this year I'm going to do Michael. I'm going to take it all the way back. I'm going to do Michael. I'm going to do Billie Jean. So I did Billie Jean, and my mom was always out there in the audience with her iPad with the flash on, recording everything. Just for safekeeping, and she would post it on YouTube, not necessarily to have a YouTube channel, but just for just to have it. And the morning of my sister's birthday, May 27th of last year, I get a call from my acting coach, Leland Thompson, who I really just met around that time, and he goes, "Man, I got to tell you, I woke up this morning with something on my heart, and something just told me to look your name up on YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was Myles Frost doing Billie Jean.
What?
Yeah, and he said, which is crazy because I have this opportunity that I think you'd be perfect for. He said, can you still do that? You know, can you still dance and sing like that? But, you know, better since you're older now. And I was like, yeah.
Light work.
I was lying because I hadn't done anything like that since 2016.
He's
So
like, I'll figure it out.
I was like, I'm about to go into my senior year of college. And, you know, I hadn't danced or did anything like that since my junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'm not going to deprive my future self of an opportunity based on how I feel right now.
There it is. Come on.
Tony Award winning Myles Frost. Come on, man.
So he turned. So the video is what did it.
The video's
Your mom.
what did it.
Shout out to your mom
Wow.
and
But
that
your
iPad.
mama.
Yeah, but you said the audition process itself was very unique.
Yeah.
So what was that?
So, because, you know, it was during COVID, so everything was, you know, virtual.
Oh.
But they were like, I think they kind of broke the rules a little bit. And they said they want, well, I sent in like a few tapes of things that they sent. Like they said they wanted me to learn Stranger in Moscow, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and They Don't Care About Us, which I personally appreciate it because it shows different versions of Michael's vocal ability. You know, you got the grit in one song, you got the falsetto in another song, and then you got Michael really singing in Stranger in Moscow, where you get kind of all of the elements and all of the colors of his voice. And I did that. They also wanted me to do another, send in another more current video of me doing Billie Jean. Like, so I went to so when he told me that, he's like, yeah, can we get it by tomorrow? And mind you, I'm thinking like I hadn't done this since high school.
6 years.
So I'm like, tomorrow. I was like, yeah. And I was like, yo, E, I need like a studio like yesterday. He's like, bet, I got you. He said, okay, well, tomorrow morning is the best we can do. I said, what time? He said 8 o'clock. I said, bet, I'm there. I was in the studio from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. straight, just working on material and watching videos, watching Motown, Motown 25, watching over and over and over and over again, watching my video to see what things I can pull from. I don't even think I ate that day, trying to focus on just getting that vocabulary back in my body. And yeah,
the rest is history, man.
rest is
And you was able to pull it off. Which one of Michael's songs do you feel like you sing strongest?
That's an interesting question, because each song has a unique feeling to it.
Yeah.
You know, and when you are going through, because I go through so many different emotions, you know, through the story, so it's different from singing a cover.
Yeah, that's
it's not
true.
singing a cover. I'm singing it as if I'm experiencing that song in that moment.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm singing Stranger in Moscow, I'm feeling all of that. You know, and it's hard to explain because it's different than you feeling the song while you're singing a cover of that song. It's like I'm living this right now, and this is the only way. These are the only words I can sing to express to you all how I'm feeling right now. That's what it feels like. So you take a song like that, and then you got a song like Thriller, and it's like, okay, well during that part of the show, it's, you know, it's
That's
very
an incredible
heavy.
part of the show too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it's very heavy. It's very dark. It's very detail oriented. Like, I could tell you some things, you know, later, because I don't want to spoil it for nobody. But you probably didn't even notice about Thriller. That is so deep when you talk about, you know, the demons that are, you know, kind of affecting him and things of that nature. It was put together beautifully.
Tony Award winning, youngest ever in his category, Myles Frost is here, and he has to go.
Yeah.
But real quick, Slim in Chicago saw the show. You want to say something, Slim? Real quick, go ahead.
Hey, Slim.
Wow, I'm on the air. Hey, good morning, guys. Sway the morning team. Hey, Sway.
What up?
What's up, King?
What's up,
Hey.
King?
B,
What's up,
Tracy.
baby?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Slim.
Yo, Myles Frost, bro. So, real quick, y'all, I don't want to keep you. So, I was just there May 14th. I proposed to my then girlfriend, so we're getting engaged. My first time in New York.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Proposed right there in Times Square, right there where ABC, you know, where they do the Good Morning America. So anyway, we get there. We go there only because Sway. I remember back then, I think maybe when this first debuted, and I remember how you really was talking about this performance and how you were just like, if you've never been to see Michael Jackson, you might want to see this. So me and my girls like, this can't be. So anyway, we get there. Me and my best friends. I pay about $650, $700 for front row, Myles, and we don't know what to expect from you. And let me tell you, sir, it was like you must have injected. You must have been injected with MJ's DNA for some reason.
Wow.
And it was so natural, bro. It was so natural. Like the mannerisms, the way you talked, it was just awesome, man. And I just want to say, like, man, if anything, if you're familiar with Christopher Reeve, man, like, I just feel like you might be blessed with that curse, man, because we can't unsee it. Like, you know how you see Christopher Reeve as Superman?
Right.
Bro, we see you like we see Mike, man. And what a pleasure to see you, man.
Thank you, Slim.
That's dope.
Congratulations on the engagement.
It's just unanimous. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
That's love.
Hey, man, I got to ask you to sing something before you go. Is that possible, man?
Please.
Man in the mirror, something.
Let me see. I don't think I can sing something from the show, but I'll do. Girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Lay back and grooving, mind. You gotta feel that heat, and we gonna ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you, yeah, all night. Dance you in today. Come on, Sway.
Sway on the background. Stay back. Oh my God.
Yo, you sound
God
amazing,
bless you, young man.
Wow,
God bless you.
We got more work to do, Myles. This is a prelude to a bigger sit down where we could go through your music.
Yes.
Talking a little more in depth.
Oh yeah.
But thank you on behalf of the world.
It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
I want to thank you and congratulations. I'm looking forward to hearing the music. You got an amazing career in the now and in front of you.
Thank you.
All right, and even the journey behind you, all led up to what you're doing today, brother. And I'm proud of you, Myles Frost.
Oh, thank you.
Man.
Thank you so
Anything you want
much.
to say in closing, man?
Oh yeah. Oh, first of all, when I come back, I can tell you the deeper story of like the rest of my audition, because I actually had an allergic reaction the day before.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, because I used to be allergic to a whole bunch of stuff, so I still have some lingering, allergies. And the day before my audition, I had a workshop that I did learning actual choreo for Billie Jean that I was supposed to then perform the next day. So I'm, practicing with Michael Balderrama. He was teaching me and everything. Oh, and shout out to Rich and Tone Telewigga, who danced with Michael from the history tour all the way up until he passed, and taught me everything that I know.
Wow.
I'll tell you a Rich and Tony story after this. Too.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was dancing, and it's about an hour session, like 35 minutes in. I'm like, I'm getting hot, And then I'm like itching in certain places. And I look in the mirror. I said, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. So I run downstairs and I said, easy, yo, I need to go to CVS like right now. I need like a Benadryl and some Zyrtec. So we go to the CVS. We get the Benadryl, get the Zyrtec. We book it back to the hotel. I'm in the shower for like 3 hours trying to calm my body down. And I took 2 Benadryl and a Zyrtec. And that's Benadryl is gonna knock you out.
Knock you down.
So went to sleep. Wake up 12 the next day. My audition's at like 2:30. And I'm like, okay, I'm super tired. I'm exhausted. My body's exhausted from the reaction and from the Benadryl on top of that. So I'm like, okay, I need to reassess. I need to get my stuff together. Try to get my energy up, work, bouncing around, whatever. It's like 2:00. We're heading over to the audition room. And it hits me. I'm like, I never practiced.
Because I was waiting for that part.
Yeah.
You never rehearsed
I was like, I never rehearsed it.
Wow.
And I never recorded it.
So you don't know what you're looking like doing what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing.
I don't even know what I'm doing. So I walk in, and I'm like, hi, my name is Myles Frost, and I'll be auditioning for Michael Jackson. And Chris looked at me like, yeah, we know that. Yeah, you're the only one. We know that. So he said, do you have a preference? What do you want to start with? And I'm like, oh, I don't care. I don't know why I wasn't thinking. I was like, I don't care. And I didn't know anybody on the panel. I didn't know Lynn Nottage. I didn't know Christopher Wilden. I didn't know anybody. So I didn't know that Christopher Wilden is a ballet extraordinaire.
Yeah.
So of course Chris says, "Oh, well, let's start with the dancing then." I go, "Okay," So so I had like a little white fedora with me, and I get into this mode, and I'm trying to get into character. And apparently, the story goes that there was like this loud music that was the wrong music, and I just stood there. I didn't even hear it. I was focusing so hard, I didn't even hear it. So he says, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah." So the words that leads into the song is "Give me the smooth groove." So I said, "Give me the smooth groove," and then I put the hat on, and I do all the choreography, like on point from how I learned it the previous day. No mess ups.
Really, no mess ups.
And I said, "That's God."
That's God.
Yeah.
That's divine intervention.
I was like, "God, you can't put me through no allergic reaction the day before
Right.
my audition and not give me this role. I've been through a lot now." And he just has a way of making it happen.
Making it happen. You got to walk with faith, and that's what you did, and look where you are, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm blessed.
Frost, Tony Award winning.
Yes,
Myles Frost.
Best
If you
actor.
hey, listen, if you can see MJ the musical, if you can get a ticket, go ahead and get a ticket. I got a plug. I'm not even sharing it. You know what I mean? No, I'm not even sharing. I tried to share it with Tracy and them. They wasn't listening.
Did it.
Oh, my God.
You did?
It's the same plug from
I didn't know that was the same plug.
same person.
That was a different
Okay.
show.
I usually don't limit my plugs. Myles, I can't wait to talk again. I would love to have you come up here, perform your music. That's what we talked about, because it's important that you let people know what else you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. And I think it's great because you can become this person on stage, but you're you when you're off stage.
Yeah.
You're not Michael.
No,
you're
of course
you.
not. I don't try to be.
Yeah. And
I
you
have
got
to have that separate. Just to let you know how deep that goes, I don't wear my makeup anywhere outside of the theater because I'm like, I don't wear my makeup when I walk in, so I'm not gonna wear my makeup walking out.
There it is.
So I leave all of that stuff at
On
the
the
theater,
stage,
on the stage.
You got it figured out, man. Tony Award winner.
Thank you.
Myles Frost, citizens. We want to thank Kim Fields for coming by the show as well today. Give it up for the one and only Kim Fields.
Yes.
And we got to give it up for DJ Showtime for making an appearance on the show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Heather B could be reached at the happy hour with WHB.
Yes, citizens, hit me up at It's Tracy, GITSTRACYG.
And reach Myles Frost at Myles.Frost, right?
Yep, and with a Myles with a Y.
Myles with a Y. Frost. Thank you for coming by, brother. More work to do, all right? Thank you to the team here at Sirius XM, Shade 45, Pandora, Sway in the Morning. And on that note, citizens, we have nothing left to say.